Good morning, you lovely lot. I am all toasty in my bed. It's about 7:30. Just used the toilet, as you do, first thing in the morning. So I know I'm back in bed, nice and toasty, still in Wales, still in the Brecon Boathouse car park. And guess what? It's still spotting with rain after hammering down all evening. Please be nice today. Please be good for me. Before I film my face this morning, I need a good scrub. So I've come down to Brecon Leisure Centre to see if I can use the facilities. I will let you lot know how much it cost or if I can get myself a good blag and get in for free. But I would have had a wash in the van this morning, but I really can't be bothered. Thanks, love. Cheapest showers I've found so far in Brecon, £2.50 to use the facilities. But to be honest, I couldn't wait to get out of there. The showers are crap. You had to keep pressing the button for the water to come out. It stank, and it could do with a bloody good clean. Fresh as a daisy, smelling great, clean clothes, back in the van. That was Brecon Leisure Centre. I am now going to go back into the town to find somewhere decent to go for breakfast. Like I said in the last video, I'm dieting next week. Might try the soup diet, lose as much as I can, and then head back to the gym. But this weekend, I'm going to indulge because I am out in Nemo, and that is what I like to do when I am out on the road. So, let's go and find somewhere decent to fill my face. Right, I've just parked the van up and I've never been down to the canal in Brecon and it really is beautiful, to be fair. Not walking all the way down that bit because I believe there's some cafes down this way. Look at this. Look at that. I might buy a narrowboat. A nice big long one. The commander can have that one because she's only 5 foot. She'll think she's in a mansion. Lovely little walk before breakfast. Burn off a few more calories. But now, check this out. Lovely quiet little area to live. I bet the houses cost a fortune now, especially on the canal. But there's one for sale over there. Might be a bit sneaky later on and see how much it's worth. But apparently where I've parked, there's 2 cafes. There's one I have been to before, but there's one up by the theatre. So I may go in there and see what you get. Lots, I hope. It's energetic people again. Morning, Donald. Not a bad little breakfast in there, to be fair, but I did have to put up with 2 barking dogs. Here was one of them. And I also had to put up with Beryl and Colin. Beryl decided to read out the entire timetable of when the buses leave in Brecon Town Centre all day. 6:42, 7:41. All day. It was literally, she read out the entire list and he looked bored as hell. But apart from that, not a bad breakfast. Well, as I'm in the area, I've decided to pop up to Talgarth and have a look at the old mental asylum, which is now 125 years old. It's covered in asbestos, it's overgrown, and I know firsthand that it's protected by a security guard in his 80s who likes to ram people off the road and tells them to F off whenever he can. But I'm not in the van today, so I'm just going to have a little look around because it is quite an eerie place. It does look like something out of The Walking Dead. I'm surprised you never came over here to film here. But you've got an old church over there. As you can see up there, it says 1900. So yeah, 125 years old now. The last time I came here, none of this was boarded up and people were going in. But the problem is, like I said, it's covered in asbestos and people are going to get ill if they keep doing it. People have been stealing stuff up here, which is why they've now got CCTV and it is working. Even just walking around here on my own, which is great because there's no one else around, no humans, barking dogs or children. It's really weird to try and think about what went on here back in the day when it was a mental asylum. I mean, so far so good. No sign of security, probably because I'm not in my car. It's very, very weird here. It's just got a weird aura about it. Whoa! I've literally been here 5 minutes. That's the security guard. He's clocked me straight away. I did get told on last week's video that their CCTV is up here working now, and apparently if he sees you, he is straight up here. But he hasn't tried to kill me yet, but give it time, you never know. He may come back in a minute, try and ram me into the side of the building and tell me to F off as I die. You could read the gravestone now. Here lies Nemo's camper adventures. A fit, sprightly young man taken out by an old age pensioner. I think this is going to be one of these places where, because I normally hide in plain sight in my bright orange van, I'm not going to get away with it. But I am very, very tempted just to come in, park the van up and see what happens. But do I or don't I? That's the question. Nah, I'm not feeling that brave. I don't fancy being taken out by an 86-year-old, to be honest. I'll just check behind me in case he's sneaking up in his van. No, I'm safe so far. He may come from behind me, or he may be doing a loop, which I know you can do, because I did it last time in my van when I came here. But like I said, it's a very eerie place. I've heard a few stories about the place. You can look online, also local forums where people have said what used to go on here. But yeah, it's got a lot of history, this place. A lot of history. And I, for one, wouldn't even like to guess of the misery that was in this place. Oh my god, I nearly died. Oh, almost killed by an OAP. You don't know what I'm saying. Well, I survived my walk around the mental asylum. I kept the van outside in the safe area as I embarked into the not so safe area, but luckily the security guard obviously wasn't in a postal mood today and didn't try and run me over like last time and everyone else that comes up here. So I'm quite happy. Okay, closed. I was looking so forward to walking up all those steps. Can you hear that dog? Can you hear it? It's been going on now for about 25 minutes. If that was my dog, it would be down the local Chinese restaurant before you could say beef chow mein. It's me! Hello! Right, that's me at my park up for the rest of the evening. I've had a busy day. I'm actually quite tired and my hay fever's kicking in again, which I'm not impressed about. You probably guessed where I am. I'm not going to say. You've probably just guessed it yourselves for those that have been here. Kettle is on. I've managed to get hold of some sugar because I didn't have any in my little box. So I managed to acquire them today from breakfast. Nothing better than condiment stealing, or should I say acquiring. Hold on. Just turn that off for the second. I'm going to proper kick back now for the rest of the evening. Going to decide what I'm going to do for dinner. But one thing I did buy from the shops is some wraps. So I'm going to have to come up with a concoction to shove inside of them. Why is that? That's better. I can't have you lot thinking I watch girly cartoons in the afternoon. I do that in the evenings. Stag. I already know I'm going to get a load of abuse for using microwavable rice and a tin of chili con carne. So as much as I love you lovely lot, this is going to be delicious. Da, 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 da. Lovely smell, lovely smell. I don't care that it's come from a can. I really couldn't care. There you go. If Len was here, he'd give it a 10. And now for the verdict. It is a little bit bland, I'll give it that, but it is actually quite tasty. Yes, I know it's come from a can, but at the end of the day, we'd all be doing it if there was a zombie apocalypse or the world just came to an end. So get over it. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Dinner has been demolished. The car park here is now getting very, very empty. People are going. There's 4 vehicles here. One of them's a National Trust one. Let's see if I get moved on. Or will I get the knock in the early hours of the morning? Oh, I had to move. Sorry I keep saying that, but some of the people on YouTube at the moment are making me piss myself laughing with their clickbait nonsense. Everything seems to be a drama, no matter where a lot of them go. Every single video, there's an issue, there's a knock, there's everything wrong with where they've gone. But anyway, that's a whole different type of video that I could do. But anyway, I've come out of the van without my hoodie on and it's really cold, so I'm going back in. Let there be light. I am, of course, joking. I am not staying in the National Trust car park at the bottom of Pen y Fan tonight. I don't want to be one of those people. It clearly says no overnight parking. I know sometimes people do, and yes, I have stayed here before, but it is pretty much empty this evening, and I just don't want to be drawing attention to myself. So I'll be going back down the road to a place I have stayed before, which I haven't even announced. I've never taken photographs there. I've never even put it on my channel. I love staying there. It's my little spot just to curl up in my bed and go to sleep, get up early and then go home the next day. So I'm just going to chill out here for a bit longer, watch a bit of TV, have another brew, and then I'm going to make a move. And what's more, I've brought my little fan heater with me, which will now be staying in the van forever. Bit of TV, lights out, people watching, and I've got a nice bit of heat. And like I've always said, this will literally be only on for a couple of minutes to take the edge off and to feel really comfortable in the van. Right then, you lovely lot, it's time for me to get my fat head down and an early start again in the morning. So thanks very much for watching and take care, and I'll see you on the next one.